Due dos de two. There are two Eurovision 2023 songs confirmed thus far. They are Albania's Albina, oh, that always gets me. Albania's Albina and the family Kelmendi, along with Ukraine's Tvorchi. Two acts, but only one favorite. So we are going to go around the world and get the opinions of several of our bloggers, their top two. We're going to hear from Sinan in Germany, Suzanne in the United States, Roxandra in Romania, and me. Are you ready? Let's do this.
Hello guys, it's Roxandra from Romania here, and we already have two of the Eurovision 2023 songs. This is so nice, and we can already make our top two, so let's do this. My number two so far is Albania, where we have Albina and her family with the song Duje.
Unfortunately, the Albanian broadcaster RTSH is always blocking our videos if we include any footage from Festival I Këngës, so instead, please enjoy this note.
What I really like about their live performance is the chemistry that's between all of them on stage. And I'm not speaking here just about their voices. Of course, we have vocal chemistry too, but there is also this spiritual chemistry between them, and it sounds very, very good, and they are all together in this, so they really give us this vibe. This song is also about sticking together as a family and overcoming hardships. So yeah, they totally do this on stage, and Albina's voice is incredible. I like this version with orchestra a bit more than the audio version that we have so far, but because we speak about Albania here and I know they usually do a revamp of the song, I'm pretty sure that we will have a revamp this year too, and I'm looking forward to it. I just hope that the song will remain in Albanian because it sounds so beautiful and so authentic like that.
Hey everyone! Oh my gosh. Alright. So, let's see what we got in here. I'm Sinan, and I'm ready to reveal my top two Eurovision 2023. This will be very interesting though, because we have like two completely different songs, Ukrainian song is my number two.
Don't get what you say, don't get how you feel. Get out of my way, this I got a heart of steel.
We got Tvorchi and Heart of Steel is a really modern electro pop dance, hip hop even a little bit, and it has no traditional sounds, like zero, like compared to last year's song, Stefania. Tvorchi's song is so modern, so like radio friendly even, and like you can see it on viral hits, Spotify playlists, or today's top hits, or New Music Friday or something like that, just where you go to Spotify and just play Spotify playlist while you are doing something. I don't know, you are cleaning your room or just cooking something even.
Hi y'all, Happy New Year, hello 2023. I am so excited to be here with you to talk briefly, and I am going to keep it brief, about the first two entries we have for Eurovision 2023, Albania and Ukraine. The last 3 years, Ukraine has been at the top of my list. Does that remain with Tvorchi? Oh yes, of course, I just slayed that. And Heart of Steel, or does that change? Of course, with only 2 songs out of however many we're going to end up with this year, it's all subject to change.
My number 2 is Ukraine.
Don't get what you say, don't get how you feel. Get out of my way, yes, I got a heart of steel.
So, Heart of Steel really goes against the softening effect that I think we've seen around the world throughout this pandemic. However, with the war going on in Ukraine, it's hard to be softer in some ways, and it's so much easier to be softer in others. This song didn't so much speak to me from an audible perspective. However, looking at the visuals and realizing that it's so much about what is going on in the country, that did speak to me. However, it did not speak to me the same way that Go Away for 2 years and Kalush Orchestra did. Nonetheless, I think this song has meaning. It can be taken in multiple ways. Does one have a heart of steel due to the war in Ukraine, or does one have a heart of steel due to other life circumstances? I think Ukraine has shown us that there is always potential in their staging, and even once their staging is great, boy, there is still potential in their staging. It looked at one point like there was a crucifix, so a man on a cross, which talks to the death of something and being reborn, and I really kind of like that analogy for Ukraine.
All right, time to keep it real. This is not a banner year so far. So far, these songs are mediocre to me. Or not mediocre, just middling. There's room to improve though. That's one of the advantages of choosing so early. In any case, my number 2, it's Albania. This is the thing. I love ethnic music. I think that at FIC, this was definitely one of 2 standouts. However, when I rewatched it, it felt a little old-fashioned. It feels very old school. I think a contributing factor, of course, is when you have your parents on the stage, they pop out, hey mom, hey dad. You know, it does feel a little older. There's nothing wrong with that. I am not being ageist. I'm closer in age to her parents than I am to her. The thing is, I just think for a broad European televote audience, I'm not sure if this is a qualifier. However, if they revamp it, then we could start talking. I think it needs more of a wow moment. At the moment, the wow moment comes at the beginning when our girl is dying with the but then it kind of just loops, you know, and it's this folk, it's just this traditional folk thing. They can sing very, very well, but there's no staging at FIC, right? You just see the orchestra and the band. So they're gonna have to have good staging, and they're gonna have to pull this, they just need to smooth it, polish it with some production. And I think if they do that, they can qualify, but as goes, this is a non-qualifier. But beautiful voice, love the message. I think they sound great, but you know, maybe a little less Kelmendi, a little more Kardashian, you know what I'm saying? Let's pull it into 2023 so that when Kris Jenner enters the stage, people are like, bam, on their social.
And my number 1 so far is Ukraine, where we have Tvorchi with the song Heart of Steel.
Get out of my way, yes, I got a heart of steel.
It's just the first step to have a good song. You must know how to pack that song in order to deliver a good live performance. And I think that this is exactly what Ukraine did here. If Tvorchi managed to give us this performance, this incredible performance in a subway station, imagine what they will do in Eurovision Song Contest. I think that they did good vocally, but also visually. And during their performance, all of us already started to think that they have a real chance to win the competition, and they did. So I want to say that I really appreciate the seriously and the professionalism that Ukraine had in organizing with beer, because having chances in the grand contest, chances to win the competition, you must start working at it since the national selections. If you treat your national selection with seriously, you will treat the Eurovision performance on the grand stage with seriously. So yeah, I think they are on the right path already. And this was my top so far. I'm very curious to know who's your favorite, so please tell us in the comments below.
I think my top one will be Albania, Albina, and Familja Kelmendi and her family, Duje, or Duje. I really love that version, which is on Spotify right now, because I listened it for the first time actually before filming that video. I really love the instrumentals so much. I feel like Eurovision has to use instrumentals, orchestra every year. Like, please, because it makes so much difference. Like you literally feel and hear the real sounds, like the real music, and it's a cool thing. It makes you feel different than the studio versions. And I'm really interested if they are going to release a studio version. Like, if not, I'm so happy about that. But let's say if I'm going to listen that song on Spotify while I am traveling to work or just going outside and having a walk, I'm not sure. Maybe, but not much as Tvorchi's Ukrainian song, because Albania's song has, it's like a treasure for me. Like, it's like a treasure, like, which I don't want to open, or I don't want to use it even, I just want to stay here and just, don't touch it, because something, it could break or something like that. It's like a treasure, sometimes there are songs that we love to listen, but not that much, because we want to, feel fully the music, the feeling, and it's like a treasure for me. So that's why this song is my number one for now. But I am absolutely happy that Eurovision started that way, because we have one traditional song and one super modern song, which is so cool. And may I say something, Albina, girl, those vocals are everything. Oh my gosh, the live version, like, absolutely musicality, so much. I love it.
At this point, my pick is Albania. It's very early on. We only have 2 songs between Ukraine and Albania. I am going for Albania. That is very subject to change. The staging could change that. A connection to the artist could change that. But at this point, my vote right now would be for Albania. And love her, him, Duje. Yep, I probably just totally messed up the pronunciation of that song title, which, as you know, is typical for me. I really loved the ethnic beat, the ethnic vibe to this song, and I find it to be a topic that is very relevant. It's about being pulled apart. No longer being a family unit with a table of kids, or do you remain a family unit, excuse me, due to the table of kids? I do feel so often like couples stay together, not because they want to be together, but because they're trying to keep this family unit intact. And in many cases, the entire family and the individuals within that family might be better served if it were not kept intact. Really liked the beat of the song. I loved that it opened up with the lead singer dressed as though she were in mourning, as though she were going to a funeral. And let me tell you something, there's nothing quite like a funeral in some cases to tear a family apart. I'll just leave that there. As a matter of fact, I could reference Ukraine's song here in the reference to putting the middle finger up because, well, sometimes that also happens during funerals. Anyway, I digress. I feel like Albania may be a little more conservative this year than it was in 2022.
All right, my number one is Ukraine.
This I got a heart of steel.
This song is interesting. It really just progresses like this. There is no peak. There is no trough. There's little dynamism. However, what it has going for it is a singer who, perfect pronunciation, he's from Nigeria, great English. He's confident. He's got the right attitude for the song. It's got a cool, mellow R&B, I'm hip, I'm here. The DJ, very well styled. They're very well styled. And they've got staging. The staging looks great. I love the 4 squares. It almost seems like it's a Jesus Christ reference. You know, there's like a cross and he's in the middle of it. This is, of course, a reference to the Azovstal steel plant defenders from Ukraine who could not get out, but they sent out signals of hope to the Ukrainian people while they were under attack from the Russian aggressors. Strong message. Love the LED graphics, how the nuclear radioactive symbol is used as a football. It's lobbed. You've got dancers with gas masks. I think the visuals are very powerful. I hope they revamp the song so that it takes us on more of a journey, because right now it's just a little flat. But again, Ukraine wants to do well and they will most likely work on this, so I'm feeling good. Well, that's what we think. What do you think? Who is your number one? Who is your number two? Do you think either of these songs in their current state could challenge for a win at Eurovision? Do you think a revamp could push either of them up? Let us know here on Wiwibloggs.
And because there is so much more Eurovision content coming, please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and hit that bell for notifications.
So I will bid you a good night. I will again wish you a happy new year. Happy beginning of Eurovision 2023. And I cannot wait to see you throughout this season. Big hugs and so much love.
We have lots of videos coming up. Oh my gosh, literally every day national finals are released and the songs are there. And we gotta react to them and edit them. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And yeah, keep glowing, keep playing. You are all amazing. Oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? Bye.
We'll see you later. Bye.